I need to talk about what I think is the greatest episode of Doctor Who to be put to our screens. This episode features the Doctor trapped in a confined space, being pursued by a nightmare monster stuck in a time loop. The episode, of course, I'm talking about is Heaven Sent. Suck it, Chibnall. I'm not even a fan of the Moffat era, really. I think it's rife with issues, yet it's episodes like this that remind me of Moffat's strengths, of how in the right circumstances, everything can come together to just bring brilliance. Heaven Sent is so good, it's unfair to the rest of the show. It has some of the best filmmaking and storytelling on display. The music is unforgettable, and don't get me started on the writing and acting. Actually, no, let's talk about that, and more specifically, goddamn Peter. This episode is 50 minutes of Peter Capaldi monologuing, and I'm here for it. It truly makes for some of the most captivating television. I mean, his acting partner is a door, come on!
Clearly you can't make an actual psychic link with the door for one very obvious reason. The notoriously cross.
It's fitting that the opening monologue will so precisely establish the themes of the episode. How death is the unavoidable enemy and the literal enemy. Death overshadows the whole episode. We start by seeing someone die. The episode directly follows the death of the Doctor's companion, Clara. This is not just a fight for our lives. This is a consideration of something far more poignant. Grief. Capaldi has such a considered confidence that is slowly stripped away with fearful struggle in this minotaur labyrinth. It's fantastic, as from the moment the Doctor teleports in, for the next 36 minutes, you watch him grapple with the mysterious situation he's been put in. However, as the mystery unfolds, it's clear the Doctor is ahead of the audience. He's grasping what's going on, and it brings a burst of excitement.
That's what I remember! Oh, was that?
Quickly diminished by a foreboding, stressful sadness.
I can't keep doing this. I can't always do this.
Grief isn't fair. Clara is gone. The Doctor is alone and only just understanding the challenge he must overcome. The memory of Clara pushes the Doctor up off his ass to win.
Get up off your ass and win.
Reinvigorated, the Doctor re-emerges in this brilliant moment full of confidence and an almost smile that subtly melts into agony. The Doctor's escape is blocked by an unbreakable wall of diamond. Thus, the Doctor does what the Doctor does best in despair. He tells us a story.
To tell you a story. The Brothers Grimm.
To which he gets about 3 sentences into before he's killed. What follows in the next 5 minutes is the Doctor slowly dying, dragging himself through the labyrinth back to the teleporter. Now take everything I have described thus far, and remember, there is essentially no one else in this episode. It is just Peter Capaldi acting his heart out for 50 minutes. He is purely carrying this entire episode, and it's not like the other components are bad. Peter Capaldi is just on such another level that I can't imagine many other people pulling off this performance. And I'll tell you what perfectly complements his performance. The music. In Doctor Who, the music is already stand out. Murray Gold is a fantastic composer, creating memorable reoccurring themes and motifs. In Heaven Sent, we have like this Fargo sounding theme. That's kind of folksy and gives this sense of entrapment and this ever-looming death march. We get several rearrangements of this before we reach the final room. in which the tune reforms into this dark, dramatic, classical piece in the vein of Handel or Mozart's Requiem. But it's not enough. Murray Gold takes it further into this softer, orchestral moment reflecting the Doctor's sadness, which quickly arises into a rousing battle cry as the Doctor starts his speech. Before the Doctor dies, and the Fargo Death March is stripped back to its basics. I cannot explain how much I love the music and performance in this episode. It is truly outstanding.
Can't wait to hear what I say. I'm nothing without an audience.
Now, as the Doctor drags his corpse-like body towards the teleporter, we start to head into the final 5 minutes of the episode, and we reach the moment. To me, the moment is a scene or sequence in film media where the stars align. The music, the performance, the storytelling, the editing, the shot composition, the character, the writing, the setup and payoff all come together to transcend the show. Most shows hardly even get close to having the moment. A sequence so good that brings everything together. Let's talk about the Shepherd's... The Doctor, basically dead, has dragged himself back to the teleporter that brought him into this death trap. Uses what little life he has left to re-teleport another copy of himself, just the same as the first time he arrived in the labyrinth. We watch over 5 minutes a montage of the Doctor live out the exact same events for 4.5 billion years.
2 billion years.
As he slowly punches his way through the diamond wall. A testament to the Doctor's pure determination and unwillingness to give up in the face of extraordinary odds. The imagery and sound design of the montage is unforgettable, particularly the revelation that the skulls we've been seeing along the journey are all of the Doctor's skulls, a literal ocean of skulls. There's even this brilliant foreshadowing early on in the filmmaking where Capaldi's face transitions into the skull.
Clara. A lure and a trap.
In this sequence, we the audience are demonstrated how many seconds are in eternity. Because sure, maybe we're not a Time Lord punching our way through a diamond wall. But if you've ever lost someone close to you, you know the grief can seem fairly insurmountable. It may not actually be 4.5 billion years, however, it might as well feel like it. As the Doctor says, the day you lose someone isn't the worst.
So the days, they stay dead.
Sometimes the best you can do is get up off your ass and keep trying over and over, because eventually, maybe just with enough endurance, you can break free. And when you do, personally, I think that's a hell of an achievement.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe.